Hello students, good afternoon and welcome to our math class today. Today we are picking our lesson from Unit 14, page 78 of our learner's textbook. So I want you to open to that page and then you follow the lesson carefully so that the understanding will be very well for all of you, okay? In today's topic is the mode. So what is the mode? Well, the mode means that you are talking about like the most. It also means that you are talking about like what appears so many in the list of items that you are dealing with. So you can say mode, the other word can be the most, or how many of a particular item that is happening in your list of items that you are dealing with, okay? So in our books we have that mode is the data item in a set that occurs most often, okay? So when you are dealing with a set of numbers or a set of items, the one that most appears is your mode. Again, you can say that mode is the most common value, okay? So the values that you are dealing with, let's say you have different sets of numbers, the one that keeps appearing many times, that becomes your mode. So where is the example? This is the example. We have 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, okay? So this is a set of numbers. We say this is a set of numbers. So in this set of numbers, you are supposed to find the mode. That means the number that is common, okay? The common number within the set of numbers that we are looking at. So when you look here, we have 2, it's just appearing just 1, and then we have 3 here, 3 here, and then 3 here, okay? So 3 is appearing 3 times. So that means the mode is three, because it is the most common value in this set of numbers. That means you have 3 over there. Again, it goes on to explain that there is more than one mode if there is more than one value which appears the most. So what is it saying? What it's saying is that it's not always that you will get just a single digit or a single item that will be your mode. There could be a situation whereby you can get more than one mode. That means those 2 numbers or 3 numbers or whatever numbers that will be your mode will be appearing almost the same time as each other. That means you have more than one number to be your mode, okay? So mode should not necessarily be only a single digit all the time. It could change whereby 2 or more values are appearing at the same time. So let's look at the example that we have here. We have 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, and that of 6. And we are supposed to find the mode. So if you check, we have 3 that is appearing in 3 times, and then we have 4 that is also appearing in 3 times. That means we have 2 numbers that are appearing the most in this set of numbers that we have. Therefore, our mode is going to be that of 3 and 4. Okay? So the mode will be will be 3 and 4. So that will be our mode. Okay, so we will pause over here and then we will move to our first activity to test how our understanding is on finding the mode. This activity can be found on the learner's book, page 78. We are doing questions 1 up to 5. After you complete this, we'll meet in our second video. Hello students, welcome back to our second section on our topic, the mode. The mode is the number that appears the most, as you know from our first video. And also when you have numbers, you look at the ones that appear most. When you have a straight number like this, it's very easy to find out your mode because you could easily see that 3 is appearing the most on the list here. When you have a table, how do you find the mode? So we'll be looking at how we can use a table and then we find the mode out of our table. So this is a table that shows a group of animals in a zoo, okay? So the animals that we have in the zoo, we have giraffe. There are 7 in number at the zoo. The number of lions in the zoo, we have 10. And then the number of elephants in the zoo, we have 12, okay? So the animal here, we all know the animals, okay? And then the frequency. The frequency means the number of times they appear. So that means giraffe, they have 7. They have 7 giraffes. Lion, they also have 10 lions. And then elephants, they have 12 elephants, okay? So this is the explanation for a frequency, the number of times that you are counting that particular item. Don't forget that, it's very important. Okay, now to find the mode, we know that mode is the most common value. That means the animal that is more or the most in that particular zoo becomes the mode. So if you look at 7, 10 and that of 12, it tells you that elephants are many in that particular zoo. So elephants or 12 becomes the mode in this particular situation, okay? So your mode, it says that find the mode. So we say the mode is okay, so we say that the mode is 12 because we have a lot of elephants appearing in this particular category. Okay, we didn't say the mode is elephant, okay? So you say that it is 12. In this example, we're not going to use the frequency, but we're going to use the mass to explain the difference between these two questions. In this last example, we are asked to find what is the modal class, okay? So whenever you see the word modal, it means mode also. But in this category, we'll be concentrating more on the items that we are dealing with or the class that we are dealing with instead of just only writing the highest number that we find. Okay, so let me explain, or let's do it so that you understand it better. So what is the modal class? Now we have our first item to be mass, which is in kg, okay? And then we have the other one, which is frequency. So the kg is the class. And then the frequency is the number of times that that particular class was being recorded. So if you look at the mass between 50 and 59, it's recorded 39 times. That means our modal class becomes 50 to that of 59, okay? So the modal class is 50 to 59 kg, okay? So you can add your kg over here. So anytime you are asked the question, try to understand which category of your data that you need to use to answer the question. Because in this question, we are using the modal class, which is the items or the categories that we are dealing with, not the frequency. And in our other question, we were asked to find the mode. That means the highest number that you find, okay? So these are the two relationships between using the word mode and using the modal class as well. But it all relates to the one with the highest count, okay? So one with the highest count will always be your mode or your modal number. Our second activity is from the Skills Builder textbook text section. We are looking at pages 48 and that of 49. Please, you are to answer questions 1 up to 5. Afterwards, we'll meet in our last video. Hello students, welcome to our third video. I hope that this lesson has been interesting for all of you and you have really understood your lessons today very well. The topic is the mode, and we look at how we can find our mode. In a more simple set of numbers, it's always easy to identify the number that appears the most to be your mode. We have also understand that we can have more than one mode in a certain situation where you have two numbers that are appearing at the same frequency. Those two numbers becomes your mode. It could be even more than two, depending on the sets of numbers that you are also dealing with. There could be a situation whereby you have to find a mode using a graph, or using a table, or using a group of numbers, and you have to find your mode. You should always understand that finding the mode means that you are finding the number that most common value. It means the number that is appearing as many as possible, or it's appearing more than the other numbers that you are dealing with. Once you understand that concept, that mode is the number that most appear, it becomes so easy for you to always find your mode. In a situation whereby you are asked to find the modal, it also means that you are supposed to find the mode. So don't be confused when you see modal or you see the mode. The only difference is that with the modal, you are supposed to write the item instead of the frequency, okay? But in the case of the mode, you use the frequency to also answer your question. So once you know these relationships between these two words, it's quite easy for you to always come out and answer your questions correctly, okay? Okay, so our last activity, that will be our homework for today, will be posted as you finish watching this video. I'd like to say thank you for joining class today and encourage you to be doing more when it comes to learning, because it pays at the end of the day. Have a nice day, and I'll see you next week.